I welcome all of you to this session on liquidation company. In the previous two sessions, we discussed about liquidation meaning, different modes of liquidation, meaning of liquidator, the state preparation of liquidator final statement of account, then the functions of liquidator while preparing a final statement of account, and the order of payment by the liquidator. This much we discussed. In this problem or in this session today, we shall see the format of liquidated final statement of account, then a problem. See the heading, in the very first instance you need to give the name of the company, then heading like liquidator's final statement of account. Debit side all receipts, whatever he received, as you know, it is cash realized. Sometimes there may be a cash in hand and cash at bank given in the balance sheet, then all assets realized. Or in the assets realized, you can say, you see cash at bank, cash in hand, all marketable securities which are sold, then receivables, trade debtors, stock in trade, freehold property, plant, machinery, furniture, fittings, all that. Then surplus from securities held by the secured creditors. See, secured creditors are those to whom some assets are given as a security. Say for example, rising loan from a bank, building will be given as a security. Now on liquidation, building will be sold and the amount will be used to pay off the bank loan. If it is insufficient, then other assets will be taken. If that surplus will be used. You see that word, surplus will be used for paying other creditors. See, sometimes author will take full amount, including assets realized which are given as security, and first on the payment side, secured creditor will be shown. It is better to take only the surplus, means on the debit side only. Secured assets realized, say 10 lakh, less secured creditors 8 lakh, so 2 lakh surplus. That then, if the cash in hand and other assets realized is insufficient to pay off the outside liabilities, and if shares are partly paid, then the liquidator may make a call on partly paid shares, and when it is collected, see this proceeds of calls. Sometimes later in the problem you will get, if there are different different types of equity shares, in this sense different face value shares, and then the deficiency if arises, that has to be equated. Say for example, 10 rupee, certain equity shares are 10 rupee fully paid, 10 rupee each, 10 rupee shares only 8 paid, then 10 rupee shares only 6 paid. So now on liquidation, first 2 rupee will be collected from those shares on which 6 rupees are paid, so it becomes 8. Then if required, again on both 8 paid and 6 paid, other amount will be collected. Sometimes say amount will be collected from shares on which only 6 paid, and surplus is given to 10 rupee where it is fully paid, so that later you will understand. In the credit side, you see, I said some author may show secured creditors on that side, better deduct secured creditors from secured assets on the debit side only, receipt side. Then this is the order of payment which you have seen in the other video and the session. Legal charges first, payable to lawyer and other court. The liquidator's expense, the liquidation expense to keep up all this, or assets realizing and all this. Then liquidator's remuneration. See, all these three are the liabilities arising on liquidation. Then preferential creditors who have preference, that meaning of preference shares and components in that already you come across, it is there in the other session video. All preference who have a preferential payment. Then debenture holders having floating charges. After preference creditors, debenture holders. Usually debenture holders will have charge on the assets. Then unsecured creditors. Remember, unless and otherwise stated, this preference creditors also unsecured. So here part of unsecured creditors as preference, having a preferential right over payment. Then other normal creditors, you can say unsecured. Then payment to the preference shareholders. When both preference and equity are there, when there is surplus, first preference shareholders claim has to be paid. It's capital as well as arrears of preference dividend. When preference shares are a cumulative in nature, then if there is a balance, then equity shareholders will get their capital back, either full or sometimes a part of their capital. Sometimes even if there is a surplus after paying their capital, that surplus will go to equity shareholders only. So equity shareholders may lose, or sometimes they get extra also. Now this is all about the format. You need to follow this format to solve the problem. First problem, number one, a limited, name of the company, went into voluntary liquidation on 1st January 2021. On which date? ಆ ದಿವಸಕ್ಕೆ ಡಿವಿಡೆಂಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪ್ರಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ವೇರ್ ಇನ್ ಏರಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ 2 years. 2 ವರ್ಷದ ಪ್ರಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಡಿವಿಡೆಂಡ್ ಕೊಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಾಕಿ ಇದೆ. ದ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಂಪನಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ 40,000, it should be 6%, 40,000, 6% preference shares of rupees 10 each. So there is 4 lakh preference capital. Then 50,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each, but rupees 6 paid. Rupees 6 paid. Assets realized 3,50,000. Liquidation expenses amount rupees 9,80,000. The liquidator is entitled to a remuneration of rupees 1 lakh, sorry, rupees 11,000, a commission of rupees 2.5 on the amount paid to the preference shareholders as capital and dividend. As capital and dividend, the liabilities amount of rupees 20,000, that is unsecured creditors. Show the liquidated final statement of account. See the solution now. Heading A Limited, liquidated final statement of account, receipts and payments, debit and credit side. See here, total assets realized 3,50,000. From that, by liquidation, no legal charges, it is liquidation expense 9,800. Before that, liquidation, okay, liquidation expense, liquidators remuneration, fixed 11,000, yes. Then liquidators remuneration, okay. See, first you have to deduct rupees 9,800 and 11,000 from this. Then payment to unsecured creditors, of course, 20,000. Then it is said that, you see, 2.5% on amount paid to preference shareholders. Preference shareholders, nothing saying, 6 for preference shareholders. Now total in the working capital, working note, you can understand it clearly. Calculate liquidators total remuneration. Remuneration as given the problem 11,000 fixed. Then 2.5% on amount payable to preference shareholders. Total amount available to available for payments. So out of 3,50,000 realized, the expense liquidated remuneration, that 11,000 fixed and 20,000, 48,800. When you deduct 3,09,200 is available. See, 2.5% on amount actually paid. So you should calculate 2.5% on amount available after charging such a commission. 3,09,200 into 2.5 divided by 100 plus 2.5. Thereby you get 7,541. So when you deduct the 7,000 from this, and if you calculate 2.5%, it exactly tallies with this amount available before commission into rate of commission divided by 100 plus rate of commission. So total now 11,000 plus 5,000, 7,541 comes 8,541. If you calculate on this, 2.5%, it will be exactly 7,541. So this is a balanced figure actually. In fact, here the preference dividend we need not calculate. Because that amount is insufficient to pay off. ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಅವರು ಹಣ ಕೊಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಸಾಕಾಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. This is all about this problem. Thank you.